As I ventured farther back, I came back to get you guys to show you, we discovered a pretty unique structure, or not even a structure, but something that was created with a purpose. And I'm going to take you back there and show you what it is. And I keep you rolling so you can see it with me here. And it's pretty thick, but thankfully my perseverance and curiosity paid off. Hey there everyone, welcome to a new video. Welcome to another familiar location I've been to a few times already, known as the Ironton Rail Trails. Behind me, through those trees, is the Sailor Kilns. We're down here in Coplay, Pennsylvania, because right now, today is my first ever ride-along meetup event and my only event for 2022. And as you'll see, there's actually some people that came out today on bikes and scooters to ride the trail, learn some history, and just have a good time with a bunch of us. So those of you who can't or weren't able to attend, this video will at least give you a glimpse as to what we experienced today. It's going to be more of a highlights video since I've already showed this area, but we'll kind of show you what we can just to kind of keep things going through some of the areas like the abandoned train bridge, just us riding as a group, just having a good time in general. So all I can ask you to do is to sit back, relax, and to, of course, come along with me and the rest of them as we take our meetup ride on the Ironton Rail Trail. So we made our first pit stop. Just to briefly show you, this is an old boxcar. And we don't know how it got here or why it's here, but it's worth sharing and showing to everyone else. I know. At one time there was reportedly a hobo staying in there. You'll see some like canned goods and stuff like that. I guess they were taking refuge in there. Trucks are gone, sitting on ties, but the couplers are still on it. And the sliding door still has a padlock on it. But it's got the open wall policy. It's a nature's carpet train bridge. As you may or may not know, that bridge I'm just not able to cross mentally. There are a bunch of others out there, so if you do want to see what it's like out there, make sure to check the channels that are linked down below. RJ's been across it once, but today there's several others out there too. I'm okay staying behind. But I'm going to wait for him to come back, join the others who didn't come, and we're going to be continuing with the rest of our ride today. A little warm today, but we got some shady areas and a bit of a breeze, so it's not too bad. Made a pit stop here at the famous Sailor Kilns. It's always a great site to check out, learn some history about it, and it's our pit stop area because there is available restroom facilities up there, so some people are utilizing that. And we're going to be continuing down the trail, and we have several more items, several more miles to go. Just gotta put some WD-40 on those brakes.
No, no,
Yep. (1924), sold to Ironton Railroad in 1953, retired in 1966. And as Clark Griswold's father would say, "It's a beaut, Clark, it's a beaut."
It's a beaut, Clark, it's a beaut.
Oh, when you find a collection of scooters outside an abandoned building, what's it tell you? They're inside exploring. That is the abandoned cement bagging plant that I have filmed in the past. Not a whole lot in there, but still something to check out along the trail here. Open door policy, you just have to climb up to the top. Alright, so now we're at a location that we filmed in the past from up on the bridge there where Randy is. And that is a kind of mystery item. There is a bridge here and we couldn't tell what it was while it was here. Early speculation was that it was maybe a boat ramp, maybe an old bridge of sorts that maybe collapsed. We really don't know, but we found access down here. And RJ thought maybe originally a train bridge, but I think it's more of a road bridge or something for vehicle access. But we were able to get on it, so let's go over there and check it out. Yeah, so this is connected here. This is where it's supposed to be. It's actually resting on a wall here. So this did not collapse. This was intentionally placed here. Still doesn't answer why it's down here though. Yep. So that's the actual location where it was installed. That is strange. Still could be a type of ramp to get into the water. Who knows? But there's the train bridge itself. You can still see the steel beams. So it's a bridge kind of under and next to another bridge. Here's even another section of it here where it's jutting off as like a support. I don't know, if you guys have any theories, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section.
Well, that's weird. All right, here's Kilns.
All right, so amongst us here, we're talking, and Matt actually came up with this smart idea that over time, this landscape may have changed. And I said, well, maybe not, because this bridge has always been here as a train bridge, which means there's always been a water source. But what we're looking at, observing, and thinking about is that you can see the water is coming under the bridge. I think that was always the original path. Over time, through flooding and high waters, it altered the landscape there. I think this used to be a road that went under the right side. The left side was always water. So Jamie says there used to be an old quarry back here, or there is. So this is probably access that went under the bridge, and a long time ago was a road that got washed away. That makes the most sense. So it's just sloping down, went to a road, back up the other side. The water came as it is today. That's the closest we could come to, and I think we're pretty much on point with that theory. Well, at the very least, if we don't have any answers, it's a nice, peaceful spot with a good view of the former rail line. We're going to be getting back on our vehicles and heading back up and continuing down the line. Further down the line now, we're at a place we checked out when I was here last time, which is the abandoned, I guess you call it abandoned water tower base. And then up here is the remains of the section house, blacksmith shop, and some other ruins. So a lot of it's their first time checking it out. So again, they will all be linked down below. And that is, of course, the clay pigeon facility, which is a big abandoned complex which they reconverted into a gun club. So it's constant gunfire around here.
This would have been where they parked.
I was recording too. All right, pull over here, and that's because I spotted something in the woods, something that we never saw before, and that was this concrete foundation over here. But it appears there's more than just that. Yeah, Randy's pointing, there's a section of rail coming out right there. Next to that tree, there's a bunch of ties right here. But as I ventured farther back, and I came back to get you guys to show you, we discovered a pretty unique structure, or not even a structure, but something that was created with a purpose. And I'm going to take you back there and show you what it is. And I keep you rolling so you can see it with me here. And it's pretty thick, but thankfully my perseverance and curiosity paid off. As you'll see as we come to the clearing here, there is indeed a footbridge. But there's more than just that. Yeah, so here's a bridge here. And as you can see, there's more than just this. There is a big valve here with a pipe. And what appears to be a roller. And I'm going to show and explain what that is in just a second. So the grate's missing here. We're going to walk on this little beam, which is strong. So it looks like a roller here, and I saw two pulleys. And RJ pointed out that it looks like there was a gate here, and that is indeed what it was. So there was a big door or gate that went inside this channel. This would have been wrapped with cable, which would have been attached to those pulleys. So they would have used this to raise or lower to control the flow of water, which makes sense. They have some concrete walls made here like a dam, and they could use that to discharge water another way. So this may or may not be considered a coffer dam. It's more, I guess it could be. It's like a temporary dam, but it's just left here, and it's still kind of serving its purpose. There's a big pile of debris that's built up over probably the last few years of heavy rains. Water's still making its way through, but that's a big log jam. And as we come over here, we could see all these cylindrical things. Those are all cement core samples, because where the gunshots are coming from, I believe that was part of a cement factory. And all those little cylindrical items are core samples, and they're even laying here in the creek bed. This is a pretty neat discovery, and I just happened to find it just by finding that concrete foundation closer to the trail. But it's almost like a little spillway of sorts, but I just would have had an actual gate there to control the flow. Alright, so that was a brand new discovery. Something that we never knew existed here, and we're able to document it. Some of us came back, some of us are still out by the trail. But this is what I found and led me to that dam, so I'm happy I found it. Happy I was able to share it with you guys and with those who are here too. And there's actually a fisherman that was crossing that bridge when we came back, or were arriving there, and he said he caught a really good sized rock bass. So I guess it's a not so known fishing area. So that was a nice little pleasant surprise. Now I have to find my way back to the trail. As you can see, we have returned to the parking lot roughly 5 hours later. It's been a long day, but an eventful one. First, I want to take the moment to thank everyone who came out today. When I came up with this idea, I knew it was a bit of a gamble, a bit of a question as to if it was going to work out, because I know not everyone has bikes and then not everyone has a way to transport them. But people showed up, I'm 100% happy about, because we had a great time all together. There was two people, Chris and his buddy, that were on regular bikes, but they did a decent, I'm sorry, three of them. Chris, his buddy, and the other guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but you know who you are. They had traditional bikes, but they did a good job keeping up, and we actually did wait for them when they did fall behind. Having the e-bikes and the scooters makes a world of difference, as you would expect. But with that being said, though, all I can say is that, you know, this was fun. I had a great time, and I think I'll do it again in the future. It's not going to be strictly ride-along meetups in the future, but I think the next one, which will be next year, we'll do a more traditional one where we could just have it open to everyone, and then I'll mix in ride-alongs here and there. But I'm not going to be doing them all that often, just here and there. But if you weren't able to attend or live too far away, hopefully this video at least give you a glimpse as to what we did. Other people did a more traditional video. I did more of a highlights thing, just popped in here and there. But I was thrilled to find that little hidden dam there off the side of the trail. That was an unexpected discovery, and glad I was able to find it and share it with you guys. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts you want to share, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.